Madre, Bechuti, Machalabete, Tidigaba de Kalam, Ukori Karasia, Diga Banabas. I throw the PO, Adele, Chala, I pure Aragano Column, PS2B says so.
But I know where to buy.
We stay for a long time. We stay for a long time. When we marry together.
Let's go, Charlotte.
Tell along, what to be the matter? We still get a view. I can't remove ya.
Yes, on the beat.
Hello, welcome viewers. This is the youth chat room where we pick random topics that has to do with the interest and betterment of the youth in our society and in the nation as a whole. As you already know, on each and every of the episodes, we go in for youth who are pros in their various fields to help us get answers to mind-boggling questions. And today, of course, promises to be another scintillating episode. I am Humble Oliver, your host. I have two gallant youths right here in the studios with me who are pros in their fields, and so without much ado, I'd want to introduce to you. Right beside me is Charity Toto, and next to her is Agnes Nuoza. so Charity, who is Charity?
Okay, thank you very much. Charity is a communication strategist, and then I worked with Mobile Web Ghana, and then I'm a writer too. I'm yet to publish a few.
Right. What about Agnes, you?
Well, Agnes has nothing more to say than to say she's a bubbly, very charismatic girl, a nursing student from Pentecost University, the prestigious Pentecost University.
I know, right?
And she's a dancer, a singer, and an upcoming model.
Right. Okay. So today we are going to talk about 4 very trending videos.
Okay.
I want to get what actually you have to say about those videos. So I'd want us to watch them, then you tell me what you think about it. So the very first one is the budget review. I know you might have come across that very video. The budget review at KNUST, reading of the budget without figures. Actually. So let's kindly watch the video.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I'm Honorable Ransford Atoko Amneskin, representing the good people of Kanasa.
Please,
Mr. Speaker,
in the first place,
I have one question for you and then the Financial Secretary. I would like the Marshal to bring in the Financial Secretary before I ask you that question. Thank you very much. Marshal, please bring us the Financial Secretary. So, yes, then we'll wait for him, please. Can you let someone continue? After that, then when he's in, then I'll direct my question to you and I'll direct one question to him. Before I will proceed, because it matters. I have to get one answer from you. I have to get one answer from you.
Honorable, please.
Mr. Speaker,
yes.
When were you elected into office as a Vice President for Economic Department Student Association?
Why? You are deviating from...
No. I'm asking you a question.
No,
it's a point of information.
Honorable.
I'm asking you a question.
Honorable,
when were you elected into
from
office?
the matter and the discussion.
Mr. Yes, it's in relation. It's in relation. Relax. I'm coming.
It's a deviation.
It's a deviation. Please.
Honorable.
It's a procedure.
When I was voted as the Vice President of the
at a time.
It's not related to budget reading.
Oh, it will relate. Don't worry. I will let it relate. Don't worry.
It's not. I will
let it relate.
I will answer that question. Honorable.
You want to answer that question?
Yes, Honorable.
Okay, don't worry.
Yes.
My next question. Did you ever do a budget as a Vice President?
I'm not a financial secretary. Honorable.
Okay, as a speaker, have you ever done a budget for the Parliamentary Council before?
Yes, I did.
Okay, sure. Thank you very much. The budget you did, is it the same thing as what was presented to us? Please? Oh, no. Yes or no? Yes or no, please. Yes or no? Yes or no? It's just a yes or no question.
Honorable. We have
it's not a debate. It's not a debate. A yes or no?
We have types of budget.
No.
This is classified as one of the budgets.
No. What type of budget is that, Mr. Speaker? You are not playing a Sergio Ramos work, Mr. Speaker. This is a Sergio Ramos work, honestly.
As far as it's not presented to the House, it's not. They don't agree to it.
Let me be some question. Why budget that? Is this how we draw a budget? We draw a budget.
Honorable,
Mr. Speaker. Oh, please, I've asked the question, which means Mr. Speaker, if after asking you a question, okay, you tell me to sit down or you decide not to answer my question, that's a disrespect to me as an honorable member, okay, as a college president. Mr. Speaker,
yes.
The same thing as if you ask me a question and I decide not to answer your question, it means I've disrespected you, honestly, right?
But I've answered you, right?
No, you haven't answered me.
I answered you that.
I said yes or no.
So, that is KNUST Parliament for you. And so, let me start from you, Charity. As youth, we always preach that we want a representation in leadership, in the nation as a whole. So, seeing this, what do you have to say about it?
Okay, thank you. I think this is mind-blowing, not positively, because I do not know how a budget is drawn without figures, and then when the college heads want to talk about it, they were like, they should resume their seats. Why should they resume their seats when they don't understand what is happening in their institutions? So it starts from the institutions. If they start resuming their seats today, it means they would forever resume their seats in their individual homes till eternity, and then the country is not becoming any better place. I don't know why the speaker is finding it so difficult to allow people bring out their opinions. I believe they're entitled to their opinions. So whatever they have to say about a budget that comes without figures, they should be left to say it. But then you just hear the speaker say, resume your seat, resume your seat.
But he has the power to do so, don't you
Of
think?
course he does, but then they also have their right to speak. So they're supposed to speak. They're supposed to disagree so that they would come to an agreement on what is right to be done.
Right.
Sure.
Right. What else do you have to say?
Honestly, she has said it all. She has said it all. Yeah, he has the right because he is like the boss over there. But it was too harsh. It was aggressive. It was so inappropriate. Like just shutting him down. Resume your seat. Resume. As if he's not making sense. He gets it. So I think it was bad. They shouldn't take after Ghanaian.
Yeah, those are some of the comments I saw online. They were like, if they started this young, then it means Ghana is in doom.
It's going to be bad because what they do in parliament, like parliament that we know, is serious. So I think they're taking after them.
Because basically, why would you present a budget without figures if you don't have ulterior motives?
Sure. Why would you do this? And then it just goes a long way. I just remember the snatching of the ballot box. It starts from here. So when you are yelling, the next thing you do is snatch a ballot box, and then on and on it goes. Sure.
So let's watch our second video.
No, you said that.
No, but you said when you said I sat and insulted, what was it? Keep quiet.
No.
Keep quiet. Yes.
No.
So keep quiet.
Please.
Keep quiet.
Why you come and fight on TV?
Sam George.
Because of this.
Listen.
Sam George.
So those are some of the parliamentarians you are seeing right now. We just spoke about them, and this is what they are doing on live television. What do you have to say as a journalist, a student journalist? What do you have to say about the host himself?
Okay, sure. So I believe there is nothing the host could have done at this point in time. He couldn't have gotten up and then pulled them apart because he believes they are old enough to know they're not supposed to be doing this on TV. Because children are watching, so many people are watching, and then they should know that their own image or reputation is at stake. So they're supposed to think for themselves. So I believe he did a perfect work. At least verbally he tried to stop them. At least don't do this, Sam George, come over it, like telling them to keep calm, but then they wouldn't, especially Sam George, because it felt like he was in control and he had all the funny things to say. Oh, you are this, you are that, but I don't believe it was the best. But then I think the journalist did great.
You did great, right?
Sure.
Right. Agnes, what do you have to say about Sam? You know Sam George, right? He's your father, probably.
Honorable Sam George.
Yes.
I'm speechless for this man.
Right.
See, this is seconds of the video. If you have watched the actual video, it's a shame. Because I believe something, okay? It's not about what you say, it's about how you say it. He was trying to bring out his point,
right?
Like voice it out. But there's actually a part of the video where he was slapping, he was hitting the back of the trade minister's head. He was like, shut up. Like, why? You get it, why? It was bad.
But he was actually not allowing Sam George to make his point. Hold Sam George.
But either way, too wrong don't even make it right.
True.
So if it's not allowing you voice your point or opinion out, you don't have to go to that extent.
He was thinking that could have kept him quiet.
It's inappropriate. It's inappropriate.
So it's
like
inappropriate.
you are adults, okay? It got to a time where he told Sam George told the man that he is fearfully made and he is wonderfully made.
Isn't it true? All right. I was just trying to ask.
It's bad. So I don't know. That's not.
Right. Okay, so it's actually bad for some judge to have done that. That is from my guest, right?
Sure.
They see them to be adults, and so they should know the right thing to do, especially on air when it's live.
The host had to close the show.
Yeah.
Oh, it was bad. Very bad.
All right. So without much ado, let's go to our next video. Let's see what we have there.
This Bliss, well done, no. Your shame, they shame me, but you don't know. Shebi woman don't finish for Nigeria. You not see woman marry again at Ghana, you can't go marry Shebi. Because she was born and brought up in UK. In your dream, not worry, they go soon to serve you breakfast. She siam. As you not get respect for Nigerian guests, so another trap go do chup pepper for her eyes. When you start your music career, Nigeria not help your life, Shebi. All the occasions when you go for Nigeria, Nigeria help your life, Shebi. All the money when you don't make for this life, Nigeria help your life, Shebi. All the women when they feature for your video, Nigerian guests, Shebi. But it don't reach for you to go marry now. You go marry Ghana lady. Don't worry, your cup go full. When your cup full, now you only go drink them. As na not value Nigerian guests, so na so another tribe go put pepper for her eyes. Sass you they sing for her, and I say you they sing for virgin. Waiting another man don't they do now you can't put for us like government work. As you they sing for this Ghana guests, so you feel sing for Nigerian girl like that. Now Nigerian guests body now for they get power, Shebi. As na not get respect for Nigerian girls, na not get value for her, na so not go they talk to them anyhow because they not be anything for her eyes. As it not be Ghana girl now, na sassy they sing for her, say you they sing for one better person. Your business and my business, so because now you can across social media, so we go follow you, treat her well. Women plenty for Nigeria, you don't see anyone marry, na Ghana girl you go marry. Because she was born and brought up in UK, and so what? Don't worry, when your cup go full, you go drink them. I mean that they say Nigerian men are generous, Nigerian men are generous. They are generous for who? They are generous for another country, but they are not generous for we women Nigerians. You will never value what you have until you lose it one day. Nigerian men, learn to value your women. This Bliss, well done, no.
All the money we get in this life, na Nigeria will help. Shebi. Agnes, what do you have to say about this? If you were married, Moses Bliss's wife.
Please, viewers. I'm sorry I'm laughing about it. This is funny. I do not know what to say. Well, if I was Mrs. Bliss, I would just smile at this video because what God has put together, nobody can put a cent. I understand. Yes, I am a Ghanaian, brought up in UK. Bliss wanted me, not you. What's up? You get it?
Are you sure you would have gotten all the boldness to watch this video?
I'll
not feel bad.
I'll just laugh.
Really?
To be honest, I'll just laugh.
Because this is not just the video. This is not just.
It has a whole lot of.
Yeah.
My dear, it's not written on my forehead that you insulted me. I am married. You are there, you're complaining. What has changed? Nothing.
Has changed.
You get it? You're saying Nigerian women, Nigerian supported Bliss, fine. And he wanted a Ghanaian lady. He didn't marry the whole of Ghana. We're still one people. Yes. He chose his rib. What is your problem? The fact that she's not even a Muslim makes it like nobody's talking about it. She's a Christian. Like, that is what we want, not the country. She should go and ask Pastor Enoch. I don't know if you've heard of Pastor. Pastor Enoch has a lot of ladies in his church. The ushers, everybody there, they smile. They are beautiful, like curvy, you know. But he didn't marry from Ghana. And a lot of people have stopped coming to his church because of that. You see, so I think
it means they had ulterior motive attending the church.
Yes,
because the pastor was saying
they were crashing.
They wanted to shoot their shots.
Yeah, I understand.
But what God has written.
You can't
right, Cherry, what do you have to say about it?
Okay, sure. So I'm just thinking this is of no essence. In fact, watching this video is a total waste of time. Because there is nothing, I don't know, educational, there is nothing important, like there is nothing necessary for me to watch in this video. Someone wants to get married, Bliss wanted to get married, he's married to a Ghanaian lady, and then you come and say Nigerians gave him the money. He didn't work for it. They just came to his doorstep and dropped it there.
I don't know. You should go and ask her.
I know, he worked for it. So how do you say they just gave him the money as though he was begging, he was on the street?
They made him rich. They streamed his song. They went for his shows and he made him
but then
rich.
he was working. So when you say they gave him the money, I don't side with that and I don't believe in that. And if I'm to be Miss Bliss, I am going to be like so happy I got married to him. Because when there is something good going on, there's supposed to be opposition. So once there is an opposition, I'm happy. I'm like, oh, this is so great. And Agnes made a point that it's so great she's a Christian. So now the point here is that we are marrying people from the Christian like family or the Christian kingdom.
Right.
So once the person is a Christian, you're good to go.
Right.
We are one family.
Yes.
But then maybe probably if the person was from another religion, you would have a thing with it, and we understand you've got a point there.
Yes.
But once you're all Christians, you're good to go. And then you like draw your phone. Probably, I'm sure her data wasn't even enough. She borrowed it to do that. You know?
That's savage.
I don't really
They even
understand
went
that.
ahead to talk about her gilly that is not even up to standard, her makeup, all this.
Oh yeah.
They just wanted something odd about the
would
wedding to talk about.
say her
Yes, they would
simplicity, her modesty. She's a
And
lawyer.
she's faking it.
And she's faking it. She's going to squander the man's money. She's going to show him Pepe. What is your problem about that?
I know, right? No, wait, we're not hoping for anything bad to happen.
right?
Yeah.
But then maybe there have been certain marriages that weren't able to work. We're not hoping for that at all, far from the matter. But then if such a thing happened, people move on. They get their life back on track,
Right.
and then they get themselves packed up once more.
Right.
So even if that is to happen, there is no like point in you drawing a camera and then making a fact out of it that we said it will go this way and then it went. You're not God. So this is like so baseless. I'm not even happy watching it. We shouldn't have.
And Nigerians,
Like,
probably
yeah.
Ghanaians even stream his music more than Nigerians. Like I have a whole playlist of Bliss's
How
songs.
does she know?
Like so,
How does she
that's
know?
it's vague. Don't mind her.
Thank you.
Yeah, asking thing.
Let's watch our next video.
Sure.
In the name of Akufo-Addo, Mahmoud Bawumia, and Ken Ofori-Atta, we commission this extensive hold in the world.
So, Nana Addo, in his State of the Nations address, promised the whole of Ghana that on the 6th of March he'll be commissioning that thing he calls a cathedral.
So
At
now
their own
they
day.
are
So on
not-
the 6th of March, they went there and they actually clashed with military personnel, saying that they've been given order from above not to allow anybody to come there. And then
And
they
they
were also
said the
like,
contractor isn't around, doesn't work on holidays or something.
and they are like, the place is a public road, so they are at liberty to use the road. They will not enter since it's a construction site, so they will not enter. They will probably use the gate. So they got there, then they read some 13 demands out, and then they commissioned it. So they were actually they got people to have this balloon on. And yeah, they got there, then they commissioned it.
They didn't even commission
On
it.
behalf
It's like
of
a joke. It's like a joke.
on behalf of the
Come
president. Maybe probably he was busy or something.
Come off it.
Alright, so
Be
we
busy and
go.
send them.
But do you know he actually invited all parliamentarians plus the speaker. He said they should all come and join him on the 6th of March. He's going to commission that place.
Look at this. So they went there.
They went.
So that Honorable Sam George at it again.
My uncle Sam George.
He's at it again. So we all listened to the State of the Nations address by the president, and then he assured the whole of Ghana that he will be commissioning the famous National Cathedral on the 6th of March. So on behalf of him, the majority caucus went there to do that for him. What do you have to say about that, Charity?
Okay, thank you. Like, I don't know if this is supposed to be funny or not, but for my end, it is not funny because they've pumped so much money in it, and then suddenly it has become the country's joke. They could have done a better job than this. This is not funny. But then they are going there and then making a mockery out of the president because he did say they would, but I'm pretty sure he didn't send any word to them before they appeared there. If he did, then he's supposed to be there himself.
Are you sure they did the wrong thing?
This is so wrong. This is not about my show.
But they honored his invitation. He invited the whole house, the Parliament House, and then the whole of Ghana to join him commission the National Cathedral.
That is the point.
Have you seen the current state of the National Cathedral right now?
Join him.
Right.
Once he wasn't present there was no need to go. Who calls for a party and then is absent? So once he wasn't present there, this is a
But wait,
total
Chari,
mockery.
that should have that should let you know that he's actually making mockery of us, or he's making a fool out of us. Because you know the current state of the National Cathedral right now, and you know it's nowhere close to commissioning. Why should you then invite the whole of Ghana to join you commission it on the 6th of March, when you know it was probably 3 to 5 1 week days?
Sure. You know, I don't want to take sides here. Right. Neither of them, I think, is right, because the president saw it as it is, that he was he won't be able to pull up the building as he was claiming to reach the point of commissioning, and then the fact that they went there was not the best, because they're just creating a total mockery of the president, and that is nothing to write home about.
Right, but when you watch the full video, you realize that they went and then they read out some 13. Why are you laughing already? So if you watch the actual video, the full video, you'd realize that they went there to read out some 13 things they would want the president to do for them, right? So they didn't just go there to make mockery. And since it's something of state interest, I think they had to step in for him to actually commission it. Maybe he was so busy, because on 6th March, president is supposed to be at the national parade observing the march pass. So maybe, probably, don't you think that was the reason why he was absent at his own commissioning?
See, when I want to talk about this National Cathedral thing, we will use the entire time of the show, okay? Because so this Sam George kind of thing, it's 50-50, okay? 50% he is right in voicing out and trying to let the MPP know that their regime is a joke, like it's putting us in trouble rather than building the economy. Right. And at the same time, how he's doing it is disrespectful, is harsh, is aggressive. This cathedral, I think Sam George is doing this because he feels, as Ghanaians, yes, we want to build a big cathedral to praise God, like as a thanksgiving, but I feel like this is not the right time for us, because the economy is sagging.
Wait, did you say as Ghanaians? Because we never, I don't remember the last time we told the president that we want a cathedral.
Reframe. Yes. Okay, so President Akufo-Addo was like, when he wins his election in 2016, he's going to build a cathedral to thank God for winning the elections. That is what he said. And in my mind, I was like, that's when I checked. You don't have money that are cut, you know.
You don't have
money,
churches.
you understand.
Right.
And he's using the country's money. That cathedral is the budget is like 400 to 450 million dollars. Right. And if you convert it in Ghana cedis,
it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot.
Yeah. So it's like, why wouldn't he just refurbish, you know, the churches we have, so that we all have a day to praise God for him winning? You're using that money to build a cathedral. Fine. Now finally you have used $58 million in that. We can't see a building, we see a foundation, we see a big land. You claim they are working on it, but we can't see anything. From 2017, 2019.
Probably it's an underground cathedral or something.
Well, I hope so. Because he cut the sword. And we are in 2024. And we can't see a building. We see an expensive pit in the world, just as Sam George, my uncle, will just call it. He gets it. Yes. So I think he was actually making mockery of the NPP, because from that time, you said you were building till now. President Akufo-Addo has made them demolish that polyclinic at Teshi Lekma Polyclinic.
Right.
So now it hasn't been built. Right. But you're saying you're building a cathedral.
Unless they even secured a place for apartments for lawyers and all that.
Sure. Because
of the cathedral.
Yeah, the building.
So me, I don't know. So
and even I have this question for the president and then the MPP in general.
We're building a national cathedral, right? How then do you expect that myself as a Pentecost member or myself as a Deeper Life member would come and worship at the National Cathedral, and then you would bring a Roman priest? So whose church's doctrine are we going to follow? Whose church's doctrine are we going to follow? Maybe they have a plan for that. Let's try to ask them.
I guess so. But I think it was like mockery. But me, let me just say, I'm kind of like in support a little. But it was something.
Do you know that the contractor? I heard that the contractor resigned because he was not being paid. Meanwhile, the government had already withdrawn money to be paid to the contractor. So that amount of
It was using an expensive pit.
Wait, but like, this is serious. It's not something we as youth need to actually have a voice. This is really serious. Really, really serious.
If I think of the budget alone, it's serious. $450 million.
US dollars, not cedis, mind you.
That could save us the fact of going to the World Bank or IMF. It's going to save us like for so many years.
At least
you just want to
the unemployment among the youth. If you are saying one district, one factory. If you are saying one district, one factory, he should use that money in the factories. The youth would have jobs. Then later, when the economy is built, we build the cathedral. We would even contribute individually and build the cathedral. But isn't that money at that time?
Okay. So right, when the economy is built, we would all come together and build the cathedral. I like that point. Viewers, this brings us to the end of the youth chat room. And of course, it has been a wonderful time together with Agnes Nuoza and Toto Charity. They've been so wonderful on the show. Thank you all for joining us once again. This has been the Youth Chat Room. Meet you next time, same time. Bye bye.